guys looking at part 2 of the Wiki diecast haul. Like I said, part 1. Pretty good haul, can't complain. Some cool cars, and yeah, let's crack open some cars. Starting off is the 2023 Dodge Charger Pursuit. New casting for 2025. Love this new packaging, but of course I opened my car, so I had to open this one. Neat little Pursuit Charger. I love that front grille there. I love the police delivery on it. Nope, front and rear decals, but still pretty cool looking Charger Pursuit. So I'm excited and happy to add this one to the collection. And my first 2025 new Matchbox Charger collection, so that's really cool. Really cool Charger, and I'm really gonna add that to the collection. Next up is the new Hot Wheels 5-pack, the Hot Wheels Getaways. 3 cars from this set I really wanted. The other 2 I don't really care for. I don't care for, or this thing. Don't really care for this. Or this kind of thing either. So, but the other 3 I like, starting with the Rockster, which looks like a Hummer H2. It's a pretty cool version. I like the front end. Not too bad. Has a Hummer look to it. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat little casting. So, pretty cool Rockster / Hummer. So that's awesome. Next up is the British Taxi Classic version. Pretty neat version of this casting. I like it. Looks pretty cool. Nothing too crazy, but it's a nice little car. So yeah. Neat little casting. Cool one to add to the collection, so that's awesome. And last up is the classic Nomad, 55 Nomad. Always cool to find a new version of this. I like the white walls. Front end's pretty nice. I like that blue and white delivery on it. It's a pretty cool looking car. So always cool to find a new Nomad and add to the collection. This one's a nice one to add, so can't go wrong with that. So that's really cool. So that's it for the 5-pack, and that's pretty awesome. Next up is 2 new Mainline, starting with the Super Twin Mill. Pretty neat. They did a new version of the Twin Mill. And the Super one's pretty awesome looking. Like the twin engines, love the rims. The front end's pretty sick. Don't really care for the blue bottom, but that's alright. That wing is awesome. Cool little Super Twin Mill. Really got to add this to the collection. The new version of the Twin Mill is pretty cool. So yeah, neat little car. Like the way it looks. So, awesome Twin Mill to add to the collection. The last Mainline I found is the 67 Camaro. Well, this casting as always. It's a nice version to add to the collection. Rims are okay. It's definitely a art car, but I still love this car. So it's pretty neat to add to the collection. Not too bad. Not the best delivery ever, but it's an art car. But still a cool car. So I always love this casting, so cool to add a new version to the collection. So that's awesome. Next up, from the Silver Series, Fast and Furious, starting with the Porsche 911 GT3 RS in blue. Always like this casting. It's a cool one from Fast 5. So I like the way it looks. Rims on it look pretty cool. The GT3 there. Love that front detail. No rear, but that's alright. It's still a pretty cool little Porsche. So I'm glad to add this to the collection. Can't go wrong with it. Looks pretty cool. But brighter blue in person than on a camera. But I still like this car a lot. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I like that a lot. It's a pretty cool little Porsche. Next up is the Turismo Pantera. Really cool to find this. And also from Fast 5. still excited to find another Pantera to add to the collection. This is a cool one. I love this matte black with the name right there. Love the front decals and the rear. Just a cool Pantera. I always love the Panteras. And this is a cool one to add to the collection. So, pretty cool blacked out one from the 5th movie. So that's always cool to add and find to the collection. So, that's awesome. Really neat little Pantera. So, that's a cool car to add. Next up, from Johnny Lightning, it is a 1976 Plymouth Valor Roadrunner. Neat little, later Roadrunner I never heard of before. So this is a cool casting to add. I like the way it looks. It rolls really well. I think the engine opens up. It does. There's the engine right there. It's pretty neat. I like the rear decal. It's a pretty cool looking late 70s Roadrunner. So that's pretty neat. Not too bad of a car to add to the collection. It's a little stance problem, that's okay. It's still a cool car to add. So I like it. The road's pretty nice. It's a pretty neat little car. So yeah, that's a nice little Roadrunner. I like that car. Or Valor, whatever it's called, but basically the Roadrunner package on it. Next up from M2, it is a 1974 Torino Cobra. Cool casting from M2. So yeah, it's an awesome casting from M2. Like the rims. Like the way this car looks. Oop, tires kind of. But yeah, cool car. Love this Torino. Gran Torino. Looks really cool for a Cobra version. I like the decals on it, the detail. Just a cool M2 version. So it's a really cool car. So yeah, I can't go wrong with that. Glad to add this to the collection, so that's really awesome. Pretty cool Ford Torino Cobra to add. Next up, another pretty cool car. It is the 1987 Ford Mustang GT in green. Another really cool M2. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little Mustang. Road's really good. Love that green and black top. I like the rims a lot. Like the detail on the back. I think the hood opens up. It does. I'm not going to force it, but it has a little engine detail in there too. Can't really see it well, but cool Mustang. Really glad to add this to the collection. It's a really neat car. Just cool. So I'm really happy to add this to the collection. Awesome Mustang, and this is a cool looking car. So you can't go wrong with that. So that's awesome. Really like that M2 Mustang. Next up is some NASCAR Authentics, starting with the Vasilevsky BulletSubmarine.com card from last year. Really awesome card. Happy to find it. Just love this paint scheme. It's just such a cool looking paint scheme. Love that front end. Pretty good detail. Nothing too bad on this car, but it's a pretty nice looking car. So really got to add this to the collection. Stance isn't too bad. Cool little Dark Horse Mustang. So awesome car. Really got to add this to the collection. I have one of these Bullet Submarine cars in my collection now, and yeah, it's a cool looking car. Really happy to get this one added to the collection, so that's really cool. Next up's the Gold Series, starting with Vasilevsky's Castro throwback from last year. Didn't get the winning version of this. It's one of the regular. Regular is still pretty nice. Cool looking paint scheme. That 4 number is awesome. Just love how this car looks. Love that front end. Road's pretty cool. Pretty good. Just a cool looking car. So really glad to add this to the collection. It's a neat little Castro throwback from last year. And it's just an awesome car. So I'm really glad to add this to the collection. Just a cool looking Mustang Dark Horse. So that's awesome. I'm really glad to add that to the collection. Last up for the Gold Series is William Byron's Exalta Hendricks 40th Anniversary Martinsville win from last year. Happy to add this to the collection. Pretty neat version. Cool looking version. I love the 24. I love the confetti. Just a cool race version. So really happy to have it. Cool to see William Byron in that race. And being a Hendrick fan, that was one of my highlights of the year for me. Just a cool car. Can't go wrong with it. So that's awesome. Pretty cool looking Exalta car. And cool race version of it. So that's really, really cool. Now for my uncle's collection, starting with the 1970 Roadrunner from the Sugar Rush Series 2. I love this casting, so it's cool to get another version of it. Rims aren't the best ever, but I just like this casting. So pretty cool to have another version of it. It's a pretty neat little version. So I can't go wrong with that. I like this Plymouth Roadrunner. Pretty awesome. So I really like that car. Looks really good. Next up's 1999 first edition Chrysler Proto. Another pretty cool car. Pretty neat little. It's like basically the concept of the Chrysler PT Cruiser. It's pretty neat. Can't go wrong with it. I like the way it looks. So nothing too crazy there. A pretty neat little casting. So that's awesome to add. And last up is a little 2-pack from my uncle's collection. Starting with the Plymouth Proto Spider and the Plymouth Proto Cruiser, which is basically the PT Cruiser from Chrysler. Pretty cool double pack. Starting with the Proto Speeder from Plymouth. Neat little car. I like the rims. Front end's pretty neat for a Plymouth. No rear decals, but it's a pretty cool looking concept car to add to the collection. So I like it. Can't go wrong. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Nothing too bad there. Pretty cool little Proto Plymouth. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty neat. That's cool to add. Next up's a Proto Cruiser as well. Basically a Chrysler, but at the time it was a Plymouth. So pretty neat. Nothing too crazy, but it's a pretty cool looking little car. So yeah, cool to add this to the collection. And yeah, pretty neat little car. So nothing too crazy there, but that's a pretty cool little PT Cruiser. And last up, I'm not opening this up, but it's Grave Digger's 30th anniversary truck. So yeah, I'm adding that to the collection as well. So yeah, that's all I found this week. Pretty good haul. Can't complain. Some pretty awesome cars. And yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, please like, subscribe, turn the notification bell. And thanks again for support of the channel as always. I really appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys want more videos like this, please like, subscribe, notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll talk to you guys next time.